Macmillan Audio presents Leadership Therapy, Inside the Mind of Microsoft, Solutions to the Top Problems Managers Face, by Anna Rowley, Ph.D.
Introduction. So, tell me about your childhood. This may seem an odd question to ask a manager, any employee really, within the confines of company walls, but it's a commonplace one at Microsoft. Not that people walk around carrying boxes of Kleenex and confessing their innermost thoughts to their cube mates, yet it is often one of the first things I ask when I walk into my clients' offices. I'm not your typical therapist. I don't run a private practice catering to a wide range of patients struggling with eating disorders or ruined marriages or agoraphobia. In fact, my patients are some of the most successful, powerful, put-together take-charge people in the corporate world. So what are they doing in therapy? And why are we having our sessions right in the middle of the workday at the office? Cultivating leadership is of the utmost importance at Microsoft. A lot of companies talk a good game, but Microsoft's investment in its leadership talent does not end with the welcome to the team handshake. From their very first day, employees at Microsoft are encouraged to do whatever it takes to become more effective and successful. For some, that means a visit with the company therapist. A map of the psyche. 12 years ago, Microsoft brought me on board as a consulting psychologist to help executive teams and individuals throughout the company maximize their potential. I have met with hundreds of ambitious leaders at all ranks within the company, every one of them committed to becoming the best they can be. We leave no stone unturned in that mission. Tackling the traditional blockades to professional advancement, such as inadequate or deficient communication skills, problems managing up to the boss, or dealing with conflict or confrontation. But we also delve into the complex psychological questions that address why these issues might have come up in the first place. Thus, my ubiquitous question about a client's childhood. By the time I see most of my clients, they have hit a wall. They're overachievers, used to a rapid ascent up the corporate ladder, who suddenly find themselves struggling to keep their momentum, arguing with teammates or plagued by insecurity. Once they recognize they have a problem, they'll do whatever they can to stop sabotaging, inhibiting, or undermining their effectiveness, and ultimately their careers. My job is to help them figure out what's wrong, and then create a map, of the psyche if you will, that allows them to acknowledge, confront, and work through the hidden psychological and emotional minefields that are hindering their progress. In the 13 years that I've worked at Microsoft, I've discovered that regardless of why someone comes to see me, whether they are struggling with communicating the strategic direction of their business or dealing with an over-aggressive subordinate, ultimately the root of their problems comes down to a struggle with one, and sometimes more than one, of 5 universal issues. The first, belief. The second, self-awareness. The third, self-confidence. The fourth, trust. And the fifth, power. What do you believe in, and how do you see yourself? How do you impact others? Are you decisive? Yes, no, or maybe? What do you think you deserve? Does approval motivate your behavior? Does success define your self-worth? When is it hard for you to trust? These questions cut across age, gender, role, and geography. Whether you work for a big business or a mom-and-pop shop, whether you're a CEO, teacher, or professional landscape artist, the answers to these questions will directly impact whether you attain the heights of your ambitions or eventually find yourself banging on closed doors. I wrote Leadership Therapy to help prop open those doors for anyone who knows that there is more that they want to achieve in their careers, but feel stymied by forces they're not sure they can identify, much less control. People often think they're alone in dealing with these problems, but I've found that these psychological brick walls are the same in Toronto as they are in Madrid or Hyderabad, India. I've worked with countless clients from Olympic hopefuls to hardened business types, and the methodology outlined in these pages can help any leader break down the obstacles we all inadvertently place in the way of our professional success. I've been privileged by how forthcoming my clients have been about sharing the details of their lives. It is because of them that I've been able to pinpoint the essential truths and universal challenges people face as they struggle to create a fulfilling work life.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?